Hello and welcome to Ian and Friends OTB. That is Ian and Friends on the bike.
That's right, after countless months of video calls, we're over it. We're going to take our show on the road and bring you all of our Ian and Friends content from our bike rides around Austin, Texas and beyond. Sit back and enjoy I&F OTB. Oh boy. Oh. What is happening?
Michael, I cannot help but notice this very dashing FloBikes kit that you are wearing. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
I sure can, Ian. This kit that I am wearing is a Rafa custom kit. Our good friends at Rafa hooked up FloBikes with these dashing custom kits. You can make your own Rafa kits online on the Rafa custom website. Go have a look, play around. Would you believe it? I actually designed these kits myself. It was super easy. And as Ian and I have both demonstrated off camera today, they crash quite well.
We are wearing the Pro Race bib shorts in the Pro Team midweight jersey. A few things I like about these kits. They are very high quality, very durable. We expect them to last a long time. One thing you gotta appreciate about Rafa is they are all about the details. There is a nice little mesh panel on the back of the jersey to alleviate some of the sweat that builds up there around the waist. The zipper is probably my favorite part. A very strong YKK zipper that you know is gonna hold up. And then of course the fit is just completely on point. Rafa knows how to cut a jersey and a pair of bibs to make you look good. Today on Ian and Friends, we are previewing the Namur Cyclocross World Cup. One of the most legendary cyclocross courses in the entire sport takes place at the Citadel in Namur. This will be broadcast live and on demand on FloBikes this Sunday, December 20th. Michael, this was one of the most legendary races of the 2019-2020 cyclocross season. Take us through what happened last year.
Cyclocross is known for being a wet, cold, intense, kind of ridiculous, just miserable sport, and Namur is a course that routinely takes that reputation and cranks it up to 11. No better year is an example of Namur's reputation in the sport of cyclocross than 2019. The women's race was won by Lucinda Brand on a muddy, treacherous course. The conditions were just deteriorating throughout the entire women's race. By the time the men took to the course, it was practically unrideable. To a normal rider such as ourselves, it would have been unrideable. The race was headlined by Mathieu and Toon Aerts in what was an epic back and forth. The duo were, they were having trouble just staying on their bike, so it was a tug of war. One rider would take the lead because another rider had a mishap, and then that rider would crash. So just back and forth the entire race. It came down to the last lap, where Toon Aerts took a big hit going down the descent, a really big crash. I believe he ended up fracturing a rib, which allowed Mathieu van der Poel to solo in for the victory. Tom Pidcock walked away with Hardman of the Year award because while he was trying to chase down the duo, he also crashed on that same descent on the final lap. Got back on his bike, came to find out the kid wasn't wearing gloves the entire race. If you want to see how tough that is, scroll back to about midway through the 2019 Namur World Cup and you'll see Ellie Iserbit being carried off basically like a rag doll because of the hypothermic conditions. Ellie Iserbit, he was in a really, really rough state that race, and so were all the riders. It was a race that was incredible to watch, but also a little bit hard to watch because you have to say, that it maybe took it a little bit too far. But that's cyclocross. It's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, it's a brutal affair, and that is also what the Namur World Cup is.
For me, the Namur World Cup was really the race where Lucinda Brand established herself as a bona fide cyclocross racer. After winning the first round of the World Cup in Tabor over the world champions Lynn del Carmen Alvarado, the defending champ at Namur is definitely coming in as the outright favorite. But also keep an eye on American Clara Honsinger. She was top 10 at Namur soon after winning the national championships in 2019. And she had an extremely strong ride to finish fourth at a super prestige race just earlier this week. But the big news is Mathieu van der Poel and Wout van Aert, who ostensibly have been avoiding each other so far during this cyclocross season, are both on the start list. Whether they both show up, we'll see, but it could be an iconic battle between two of the best racers in the world, both in cyclocross and on the road.
That's right, Wout van Aert, he was not originally scheduled to face off against Mathieu van der Poel this early. Perhaps Wout van Aert is feeling a little bit confident after his strong showing in the opening round at Tabor. It's not just going to be the Mathieu van der Poel Wout van Aert show though. The men's race is going to be headlined by series leader Michael van Toornout. He showed everybody what form he has come into this season with in Tabor by winning. And of course you have to watch out for the young guns, Elliot Iserbit, Tom Pidcock. Men's race, women's race, whatever race is going to be a fantastic showdown in Namur. It always is. Please do tune in on Sunday to FloBikes. You can watch the Namur World Cup in the US and Canada. We'll see you there.